What?
Yeah, no, we'll let the internet decide. We're gonna film a video right now, but this is important.
Okay.
I want the plaque, bro.
What plaque?
Bros verse plaque.
Whose plaque is it?
Mine.
It's ours.
It's not, no.
Ours.
Okay, it's ours, but it's on my wall.
Yeah, but I never got an opportunity to be like, I want it.
Yeah, but I edit the videos.
So I'm still in the videos. I'm a part of it.
Yeah, so am I, but I also edit them.
Doesn't matter.
So he
We're
acts
both a
and
part of it.
edits. So he directs and he does.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'm like 94% of the comedy.
No, false. False. Who do you think should have it? I'm trying to say like, let's do Rochambeau for it.
It's not, no, it's not a 50-50 thing. A Rochambeau is like if it's a dead split, and it's not.
So who cares?
I do.
But I'm a part of it too.
It's like a perfect thing. There's my million subscriber plaque. Then I got like 4 other plaques around
What are
it.
the other plaques?
Damazetti verse,
douchebag.
Bro Science 100,000,
Oh,
and
you
then
got oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, and then Bros verse. So it completes the thing.
The 4 quadrants.
Well, I want to take it from you, bro. I'm bigger than you, so. But I'm bigger than you, so. Rochambeau.
Well, you're not.
Oh, for sure. Rochambeau just for, come on, Rochambeau.
No, because then you're gonna be like, I won the Rochambeau.
Well, let's see.
No,
Just humor me.
No.
Humor me.
No.
Humor me.
No, I humor you all the time.
No. That's funny. That's funny.
That's why
No, I humor you. I humor you. I carry you. I carry you. I let you make fun of me, bro. I carry you. Yeah, I let it happen.
I humor you.
No,
That's why I got the
I
plaque.
allow you to humor me. That's why there's a plaque.
Come and take it.
Yeah.
You don't even come down.
Just humor me right now, dude. For real, for the video. See what? Yeah, you ready? No, seriously. Whatever. Just we'll see.
Well, best out of,
So it's 1,
Come on.
2,
let's do best out of 11.
No.
No, I think way too long.
Rapid fire.
No,
go.
so it's
Best out of 3.
shit. Wait. What do you want to call it on? You know how people have different.
I mean, I say rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot.
And then you do your thing.
So rock.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, we'll do it.
On shoot?
Yeah.
On shoot.
On shoot. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck! What is happening? Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No, come on. Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What the fuck is going on?
It's not meant to be.
No, just wait. This is weird.
Someone's anxiety now.
Shit. Okay, this is it.
All right, bro. You guys plan this out?
How is it? No, I swear to God.
Sweet. Like,
I swear to God.
let's have Kevin film this and we're gonna pretend like we're laughing and stuff.
No, for real. Stop fucking around. Yo, I want no. So 2 out of 3. Okay.
It's gonna go on for 30 minutes.
Oh shit. Go last one. Hold on. So,
Come on.
all right. Anyway, so we're gonna film a video. It's about this plaque, though. It's about this plaque.
Yo, that's smaller than mine.
What?
That's so much smaller than mine.
Is it actually?
Oh, but yours is. That's cool. Wait, it's like.
It's real gold, dude.
Mine's totally different.
It's absolutely not real gold. You know what sucks about
No,
this,
mine's
though?
totally different, but mine's 24 carat plated.
Yeah, they said Bradley Martin online. Like, can they just put your
See
name?
if I can find a picture.
Yours is plated? For it's
Yeah.
really gold?
Yeah, it says it on there.
Can you sell it?
It's different. It's different. Yeah, I can sell it.
Should probably sell
In
it.
a pinch.
Yeah, I really need the money for this.
I'm gonna sell it because YouTube stops paying me.
Yeah, because it's funny subscribers, but it's like they don't
It's
notify
contingency
anyone.
plan. It's like, hey, when we stop paying you, you can melt this down and sell it.
Yeah, it's worth its weight in gold.
It's YouTube's 401k right there.
Oh my gosh.
Retirement plan.
Oh man. Oh, that reminds me. Before I film the rest of this video and talk about what we're gonna talk about,
Yeah.
Bro's verse is gonna be somewhere very soon
Yeah, on the internet.
on the internet.
Man,
Not,
my heart-
I hate this.
My heart's racing still.
Yeah, that was intense. That was the most
that-
draws I think I've ever done.
That was fucking wild.
So, the reason why I brought you guys here today is because I want to talk about this million plaque thing, thingamajig, thing. And I kind of want to talk about, well, I do want to talk about starting something. Because you see this and people are like, oh man, that's so cool. And like right now, I think we're at like 1.4 or whatever.
Yeah,
And at the end of the
almost
day, like
1.5.
it doesn't even, the number only matters. I hate to say it because like on YouTube now, it's kind of like, it's a different platform than it was when I started. But the number matters because it's like, it's obviously people, you guys who are watching these videos who are a part of this whole thing with me along the way, along the journey. And I think it's important to share with you guys this idea because a lot of people will come to me. Like I posted a thing on the Instagram 2-3 days ago, and it was the picture, the thumbnail. And a kid came up to me in the gym. He's like, man, I want to start a YouTube. And I've heard this for, because I do YouTube for years, right? So for years, anywhere I go, Fit Expos, somewhere 3rd Street, anywhere, which is like, you know, here in the gym and maybe 3rd Street once in a while and nowhere else. No, I mean, literally anywhere I go, as someone who brings up something about YouTube or what I'm doing, or like bodybuilding, or like my success, or the gym, or something, like, man, it's so cool, I want to do that. I want to have something like that for me, like, or you inspire me on these ways, or even if it's something completely different, they're like, you know, the fact that you've done these things and went through these things and you're able to do this, I appreciate that, and I want to go my own way in my life. And I'm talking about that. And I'm talking about the 1 million people, or the 1.5, 1.4, whatever we have right now, people who are listening to this. Why this is so significant is like the idea of just getting started. I think I did a video about this a while back when we lived at the other house, but I have a different perspective on that now because my life's changed. Like, which is like a lot of things I've talked to you guys about, any kind of talking videos, or any kind of videos where I'm like sound preachy or whatever, like videos like this. I'm literally just speaking from my own experiences and like the things that I've learned, and I try to like figure out a way to be like, how could I look at that differently, and how could I like share that with Kevin? How could I share that with Brandon? How could I share that with the people in my life? And what I've learned as far as like just getting started, the hardest thing I think for people to figure out first is like, number one, I love something, and then they're like, oh, how could I make this like my life? How could I make this like my living? I want to, oh, you know, you do what you love for a living. I want to do the same thing. And whether it be like someone important in my life, or someone not, so maybe someone who just came in and was like, hey man, I love your stuff. Like I've realized the same thing is always the same. It's like, if you're trying to get something, the hardest thing for people to do is just to start something. And people are always like, oh man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And he's fucking me up right now.
What?
Just having you in the room is making you nervous? No, not making you nervous. I feel like you're gonna say something. No. Just messing me up. Bro's versing me, bro. So listen, the idea of just getting started and how important it is to like actually do something. And people always say like, oh, well, you started with this, or you started with that, or you started with, but like, not me personally, and most people, right? The point is, it doesn't matter what someone else started with. It doesn't matter what I started with, even though I may have started with nothing and someone else may have started with nothing. Or when you saw them, they had X, Y, Z, and you look and you're like, oh man, but they had those things and I don't have those things, so it's not as easy for me, or it's different for me. You have to look at things like, what do you have to start with? Not like what other people have and they're starting with, and they're ahead of me, or you know, someone's 16 and I'm 25 and they're doing this. And because the internet's come a place where it's just like, did we talk about this in another video, the youngest flexors? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's been on my mind lately,
really?
the car video. Because I go on the internet, all I see is like, it's like the world is becoming more like, if you flex hard, like you get popular on the internet. Or if you got face tattoos or crazy hair, you see what have you seen this shit on World Star and stuff? No. There's like a little girl who's like,
yeah,
she's going viral. She's 9, and it's just so it's some person. It's like that person's parent was like, yo, I'm gonna start filming you. Yeah. Just like pretend like you have money, and like they're filming all this. So it's a kid, it's a 9-year-old kid who's like, I got more money than all you bitches. I'm 9 years old and I drive this, and it's crazy, bro. And it's like, she's getting popping, like popping. PewDiePie made a video about it. A bunch of people make a video. So my point is like, it's crazy because people, like that type of thing is whatever, success for them, whatever, but people see it and they're like, it's almost like demoralizing to people. And people are like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this person is 9-year-old, because that's what they make it look like, has all this money, has this car, and like people believe this shit. Or they're like, that's completely stupid. But like some people see it and they're like, they take it for what it is and like, this is true. People see, like when you see something on there, you see someone that something has, like, especially on Instagram, especially on social media, because people show you their highlights. They don't show you when like, you know, they got shit stains on their underwear or something because like they pushed the, I don't know, like
vlog number 3. I got shit stains on my underwear.
Like, well, I mean, maybe some vloggers do, but like most people, when it's like, it's in the internet, it's like a highlight thing. So you see that, you're a viewer, and you're like, oh man, this person's life's amazing. Like, Brad's got 1 million plaque, and he's got this stupid curved TV that he got from Costco or something. This is a Costco ad, by the way. Shout out to Costco. Just kidding.
You want to see my plaque?
No, I don't want to see your plaque, dude. Get out of here.
How big it is.
Oh, guys, you're ruining my video. Let's see it though.
Look how big it is.
Oh, they stopped making it like that.
Yeah.
So that whole thing must be gold, man.
This whole piece is gold. It says right in the corner. 24
Yeah, watch when
karat.
that doesn't. It's not at your house when you come back. I'll be like, yo, this is. Mike's address is. Just kidding. I don't actually know what it is. I know what it is though. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, guys. Sorry, I got a little off track. Instead of like comparing what you have and what your starting point is with what other people are at, like you look at someone like me, for example, you might be like, oh man, I want to be bigger, I want to be stronger, and you look at someone, and you're like, oh, well, that person has it all. But it's like I didn't wake up one day with big muscles and like strength, and it's just something that, just like, if you guys can definitely relate to this, I know that you can. Most people, hopefully, watch the channel, are into working out, and you know that whether you've been working out for 5 years or 2 years or 6 months, that how do you get better, right? You do something. You do it more often. You do it more often. Okay, you want, I always joke about every day is arm day. You want bigger arms, but do arms more often, or try and do them heavy, or try and eat more food, or get more sleep. The things that are gonna add to that, right? So it's like everything else in your life, like success, the things that you want. If you focus on the things that you don't have, and you're trying to get somewhere you want to go, like think about this. When you're driving a car, where do you go? Where you're looking, right? Like a lot of times, wherever your eyes are, like people, you look at stuff on the side of the road, next thing you know, like, oh damn, because they're watching that car on the side of the road instead of like watching where they should be going. So my point is, if you're focusing on what everyone else has and what you don't have, you're gonna go in that direction. You're gonna be like, more of this shit I don't have and what other people have and I don't have it, and this sense of like not having things, right? Versus like you have a goal, you have a dream, you have something you wanna do in your life, and you're like, it's straight ahead, it's over there, that's where I wanna go. And yeah, you will get pulled to the side, left and right, here or there, because you're gonna be looking at other things, you get distracted, you mess up, you catch an L, whatever you wanna call it, right? But eventually, as long as you keep your eyes where you wanna go and what you wanna do, like you'll be able to get there. It's just not on your time. Like, or it's not on everyone else's time. It's on yours, and it's not when you want it a lot of times. It's like, a lot of people, I remember, this is actually a cool story. When I was 15, I wrote down, because I read a book called Think and Grow Rich, and I read a book where he was like, you should write down your goal and read it every night before you go to bed. These are dope fucking jeans. I didn't know you had those. Sorry, I just noticed that. I was bad ADD, sorry. Fuck you. So I read a book, sorry. I was just on the crew, I was like, oh, those are fresh.
I've been wearing them the whole day.
Anyways, my mind. So I read this book, and the book was like, yo, you should write down your goals, read them in the morning, read them at night. And I was like, okay. So I'm like 15 years old, 16. And I remember one of the goals, I like 15 things. One of them was like, by the time I'm, I think it was 24, I want to have $4 million in my, like I have made $4 million in my whole life. And I was like, that's a crazy goal. That's a crazy goal.
How much did you make by 24?
Well, I didn't have, not even, I had like made $60,000 my whole life. Maybe $70,000, maybe like 20 from like doing stuff on the side, like cash, but from like businesses or like having a job, payroll, maybe $60,000, $70,000.
But for your whole, not for that year, for the whole life.
For my whole life. Yeah, like I was not doing great.
Yeah.
So 24 years old, I get 24 years old. I remember I read that for like 4 years straight. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Your math is horrible, bro.
My math's very bad.
Like 8 years.
No. So not till 24. No, 24 was the goal, you motherfucker. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
15, 16 is when I wrote it down.
Okay.
And then I read it. I read it like every night, every morning, because I was like, well, if you read it, that's what you need to do, because I thought that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get to this, it's like, I remember it was like a year and a half from my 24th birthday, and I was like, oh damn, I'm not even close to that. Like not even close, like not even like, I didn't even have a plan. I wasn't even like, there wasn't even ink. It was like, I was just getting by, I was figuring my life out. So I'm 24 years old. I remember I looked at that paper again, super old paper. Now it was like one of those, those old notebook papers?
You still have it?
I don't think I have it anymore. But I wish I had it.
I know.
That'd be sick. So you know about the blue lines and the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real old.
MED, M-E-A-D or something.
Yeah.
Right?
So 24, I remember it's my birthday. And I remember the whole day, all I could think about was that goal, it was like $4 million. Not even close. And then the thing is, like, obviously there's no magic, like, oh my God. And then the next day I woke up and I had $4 million. But I guess the thing I'm trying to say is, like, I mean, now I'll just tell you straight up, like, I've made more than that in my life now, right? But it's been, another 24, 6 years. Is that math good?
How old are you? 29?
Almost 29.
Just 5 years, bro.
5, 6 years, whatever. Yeah, no, it is 5 years. So, but it wasn't on my time. It wasn't like by 24. I remember I wrote it down because I wanted some like, this is the date. Like I wanted like a date. And cause I always, they said like, you know, a dream without a date or a goal without a date is just like it's just a thought, right? Yeah. Versus like, okay, on this date, I want to have this. So you kind of make it more real or more structured. So you kind of like, I don't know.
It's more tangible.
Have a more sense of urgency when you're doing things, I guess.
It's like having a show day or a meet day or whatever.
Yeah, you're going to take things more serious.
Yeah.
So that's why I did it. And I will be honest, I mean, the thing is like, along that path, along that journey, that thought was always in the back of my mind. So things I was doing, I was trying to figure it out. I noticed I was like, I'm trying to like make connection. I'm trying to meet people. And at the time I was a trainer. So I was like, oh, I'm trying to like, you know, if I train that person and I could do good enough work for that person, then I could meet this person, they'll introduce me here. And oh, that person knows this person. Let me make sure I do good work. And that was always the most important thing, was like, you knew that if, it was almost like, could you get in front of the right person? And if you had the opportunity, could I have that conversation with that person that is going to help me, if I do a good job, get over here, right? And that was always kind of like, I had that sense of urgency because I was like, oh, I want it. This is my thing. This is my goal. One of them. And the point that I'm trying to make is that you don't always get where you want to go when you want to go there. Never. Like, think about traffic. You're like, man, I want to go over there in LA. It's like 20 minutes. What it should be, it turns into 2 hours because it's LA. And it's like anything. Like, life does not work that way, where it's just like, hey, here's that's it. But the point that I'm trying to make is that if you care about something enough, like, you'll make a goal, you'll write it down. You don't have to necessarily read it every single day, but you'll keep it in the back of your mind. You understand that, like, this is the real trick, guys. If this goal is really that important to you, no matter when you have it, you'll still be working towards it. Yeah. Because it's something you really want in your life. It's not just some shit where you're like, oh, this is a really cool thing that I want. It sounds cool because those 10 other people have it. No, if it really means something to you, it doesn't matter if 1 million people have it, you're still gonna put the time, put the work in to get it for yourself. That's the biggest difference. So if you're the kind of person where you're like, oh, I wanna get this by this age, and then when you don't have it, you fucking quit, you didn't really want it. Like, so my point is, beyond just getting started, understand that not everything is for everyone, but there's something that's special for you. And you may not even know what it is. You may not even know how to get there. Like, I know I didn't. I remember I always had a feeling that like there was more for me, or I wanted more in my life. I always wanted more out of my life. And I always had this sense of urgency where like, oh, I want to get it now. I want to get it now. And my mom even told me stories. I was a kid that was like, when do I get to go to school? When do I get to do this? And I was like, you know, these are stories that were told to me about myself. And I've always kind of had that sense of urgency, which is good. It has been a good and bad thing because it's like give me anxiety and shit sometimes. But what I'm trying to convey to you guys is that don't look around on the internet. It's really easy these days at what everyone else has, and then put your like life on like almost like stress mode or pause because you're looking at, oh, these people have all this stuff and I don't have it and I want that. And then you just go in that direction of not having more things. You're just gonna attract more of that, right? Remember where you're going, where you're driving, where you're looking. Because you're bound to do this no matter what. But as long as you really care about that end goal and you're focused on it enough, more than you're not looking, more than you're looking over here, you're focused more on that, you'll get there. It's just not always on your time. So beyond all that, the most important thing is, I don't give a fuck what you want to do with your life. Like, I want you to do it, I want you to figure it out, but you just need to start doing it. Like, people always say, well, this is one of the number one things I've heard so many times working in the gym industry, is people be like, oh man, I want to get big, or I want to go do this, but I'm gonna do this first. Like, oh, I need to, you know, I want to, for example, like, oh, I want to go to your gym, but like, oh, I got to get in better shape first, because but who gives a fuck? No one really cares, but no one's really there. Like, oh man, you don't have enough muscle to be here. No one cares. Or someone be like, oh man, I want to build muscle, but I want to get, you know, I'll do cardio first because like I need to get skinny. But it's like, it doesn't work that way. Like, you can do it and you can learn the process and getting there, like, by just going now. Or you want to fucking, I mean, I guess you want to be a doctor. You can't just start working on people. You can't be like, let me cut you open, because you have to get a degree. It doesn't work in all cases, right? But you got to take the process of elimination. You got to go to school. You got to get your degree. You got to do your stuff. But I'm talking about even that, right? You have to start somewhere, right? So, oh, I want to be a doctor. Well, what do you got to do? You got to figure out what you got to do to be a doctor. Oh, you need this degree. You got to go to school. You got to spend time. But it's still all a part of it. So it doesn't matter if it's being a doctor, if it's being like a YouTube person, getting 1 million subscribers, or be a YouTube douchebag, getting, you know,
2 million.
2 million, and fucking waste all his time and not post videos weekly and
shit, man. I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, he has been doing it for a very long time. I'm just talking shit. But
8 years.
I know, which is like 30 years and anything.
Damn.
Anyway, it's a long time, bro.
That's crazy.
No, he's OG. I just talk shit, like he does to me all the time. But the point is, man, like, I don't care what it is. Stop looking at other people and where they're at, what they have, where they started at. It doesn't matter. Like, ultimately, it doesn't matter. It's not affecting your life. It's not. You're only allowing it to affect your life because you're in here mentally thinking about those things. But what that person is doing and what that person has done is not doing anything in your life. Like, unless you directly know that person, like I know Kevin, or they have some effect on my life, that person that you're looking at on the internet, like, they're not touching you every day. That sounded weird.
What?
Who's touching you, bro?
Bro, just chill out, dude. I meant it in, like a fucking thing way, you know?
Like in your vicinity.
Just chill out, dude.
Who's touching you?
Fuck you. But like, you have to separate yourself from that and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I have. Because it's easier to be like, well, you have this or they have that and I don't have it, so fuck it. It's like, okay, then maybe that goal is really not for you. Maybe that's not really what you want to do. But if you can be like, okay, they have all things in the world, I have one thing, I have half a thing, I have a fucking fraction of a thing, but I want that enough that I'm gonna spend the time to get there, then that's all that matters. Like, nothing else fucking matters. And people get so caught up in all the other bullshit and what other people have that it just doesn't affect you. Like, you're making that shit affect you. You're allowing other people's circumstances to dictate yours. And it's like, what the fuck? That's crazy. That's like, I don't know, like someone else does a crime and they kill someone and like you're going to jail for it. Does that?
I just tuned into the last half of it.
Yeah, that was.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
I was a little lost at that analogy.
What do you mean? You mean like, so if you did a crime,
Yeah.
I'm not going away for that shit.
No.
You guys have the same beard.
Unless I frame you. Yeah. You know you might.
No, it was Brad. It was Brad.
It was Brad.
It was Brad.
Yeah, the guy like
With beard.
The bigger,
small,
more handsomer,
No.
better bearder,
like
looker guy than
We
you.
thought it was a runt that did the crime. And,
Huh? He was a fucking small, skinny guy. He kind of looked like you, but he was small, skinny. Yeah.
I'm confused what we're talking
Less
about.
Italian.
Less Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty pale.
I know, that's what I meant to say. Anyways, guys, stop fucking me up. The point is this, man. The new Bros verse. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not about Bros verse. It's about whatever you want to do with your life. And just cut out all the noise, cut out all the bullshit, cut out all the nonsense. It's not making you any better. You already know it. Like, I think it's hard sometimes because people know a lot of times, like, whoa, what they should eat, what they should do, but there's like, they think of like, well, there's got to be an easier way. There must be an easier way. They must figure some magical thing out, but there's no magical thing. That's really the point. Like, just get started. Just fucking do it.
Just do it.
I'm not trying to make like that was not a night. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Selfies.
Oh my god.
This video's gotten a little out of hand.
Yeah,
man.
it's out of hand. We're out of here.
Sorry for showing up.
I love you guys. No, it's good. We're gonna film the Bros Versa right now.
Yeah, that's what
So
we're
I'm not
doing.
playing. What I'm talking about, guys. The Bros Versa is coming. We have what, 5 videos?
After today, we will have
4. So
Yeah.
we'll have 4 videos. 5. And we're gonna be when we're gonna start releasing them.
as soon as the website's up. And
So-
I have the videos. As soon as I got to do both. You know, I got to
Oh wow.
put my work in.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, I just gotta promote it because you know, shithead has no social media. He doesn't
Sorry,
use
bro.
social
I'm
media.
sorry. I'm busy. You know, editing the video.
No, you make good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He makes great content. You make great. Like, I'm not front.
Thank you.
You do.
You have excellent social media skills.
Let's go.
That's why we're a team. That's why we're a team.
So this is coming soon, guys. Like legit soon, because everyone's been like, "Where's your shit at?" I see people in the gym. We're gonna release like with like probably what, like 12 things ready, like 12 episodes. 12 episodes ready.
Nice.
And
It's a real TV show.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be super fucking. You're gonna be like, what? Just like that.
Well, most importantly, it's gonna be back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you're gonna get the videos.
Yeah. Weekly, monthly, weekly. Tri-weekly.
Something.
Every 3
I'm afraid commitment.
But it's coming soon, so just wait on it. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support. Make sure you subscribe. I'm out of here.